Okay, let's talk AI stocks, guys. As I'm sure you all know by now, they were all over the place. So let's run through all these different AI stocks that I pretty much watch every single day, like I'm sure a lot of you guys do as well. So let's dive into it. And by the way, we have earnings coming up from AMD, and Nvidia's, I believe, are later in August. So we're going to talk about their earnings estimates, what the analysts are saying in this video, and do a quick breakdown again on all these stocks. We have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 10 stocks to cover. So let's dive into it, guys. Hit the like button, by the way. Make sure to subscribe. Check out the Patreon if you want to be a part of the private Discord community, my portfolio updates, all that stuff. Link down below. Now let's talk, guys. So another rough week, like I said, is in the books for the overall AI sector, if you will. I'm sure you can find some green somewhere, but a lot of these stocks got hit, a good amount of this week. Nvidia closed the day down 0.9%, and we can see on the 5-day, actually, Nvidia was more so flat. We did pop a little bit on Wednesday, but that was short-lived after, Alphabet's earnings, even though you would have thought with them increasing their CapEx, Nvidia stock should go up, but it's still fighting at these moving averages on the 4-hour chart, or not really the moving averages, but the highs from the last couple of weeks when we were under this 180 moving average. So 215 is the spot to break for Nvidia. Do we do it? Do we not? When do we do it? Time will tell, guys. I'm long though, so I think we are gonna break, but I think it's gonna happen maybe in the middle of August. We have earnings, I think, on the 20th of August, 20 something like that. When is it? 24th, 26th. Okay, 26th of August. We have Nvidia's earnings, so I think the rally is getting ready. You can see the inverse head and shoulders. I think it's actually going to play out into mid-August. Usually Nvidia runs into earnings. I think this time will be no different, considering we're seeing Alphabet raising CapEx. Odds are other hyperscalers will do that. We'll find out here when they report earnings. Odds are they will, and that's good for Nvidia. And man, their earnings are going to be nuts. AMD as well. AMD today had a 3% red day, and it's overall down. From the highs here on the week, we hit 562. Now we're at 522 as of the close today, and this was pretty much flat throughout the week. If we're looking at where we started the week, and overall, it's been flat for a couple weeks, more than just a couple weeks, guys. About 2 months almost. We've been trading between 510 to about 560, 70, right? So AMD definitely range bound heading into earnings. They're earlier than Nvidia's. AMD's are on the 4th of August, so about 2 weeks away, roughly 2 weeks, 10 days until we get their earnings. And before we dive deeper into Broadcom, TSM, other stocks here I'm watching, let's go over their estimates, AMD's and Nvidia's, and see kind of what analysts are saying as of right now heading into earnings. So AMD is, we can see here, they're projecting, let's see, actually before we do that, let me see what the analysts are saying. We can see as of, what's the month now? July, I just blanked. What month are we in, guys? I don't know. This year is flying so fast. July, it's, we can see 36 buy ratings. We have 51 overall ratings, couple strong buys, and 10 hold ratings. And look at the high on Wall Street. I didn't realize the high for AMD is $1,250, $1,250 a share, and we're currently at $520. So that's a 12-month target. I don't know who has $1,250 as their high. That is pretty insane. Let me actually zoom in here and try and find it. It's probably let's see, can we even find it here, guys? Who has $1,250 on their price target here? I don't think it's even listed. Either way, we have a lot of price targets that are in the 600s, 700s, 500s, as you guys can imagine. And the most recent rating was Roth Capital. They put a buy rating on it. They're maintaining it, actually. They raised their price target from 500 to 650. So clearly they're bullish heading into earnings. And look, they're going to grow pretty nicely, man. Top line, and we have breaking news here. It says SpaceX closes at a record low ahead of Starship launch. I'm not surprised there. On a side note, where's SpaceX at? 115. Yeah, we hit 110 earlier this week, so that's not too surprising. We predicted that, right, guys? So AMD, going back to AMD, from 40 analysts here, we can see the average revenue estimate is $11.31 billion. The low is 11.1, the high is 11.64, and a year ago they did $7.68 billion. So they're expecting growth of 47% top line. And EPS, the average estimate is $1.61, and last year they did 48 cents of EPS. So very good numbers expected out of AMD. And for the current year, they're projecting about 43% revenue growth. 49.7 billion is the average. Last year they did 34.6 billion. So AMD's looking good numbers wise, and their valuations obviously, or their market cap rather, is way lower than Nvidia. So there is more room to run there, although they're not really growing nearly as much as Nvidia. That's the crazy part. Nvidia, they're now averaging the estimate here for EPS $91.82 billion versus 46.7 from last year. So the analysts are expecting on average 96% revenue growth year over year for what, the biggest company in the world? That is ridiculous, guys. And EPS, the average estimate's 208. And last year they did $1.05. So these estimates are nuts. They're doubling up pretty much on revenue and EPS at this stage of the game. Considering how big the company is, it is unreal. And looking at the analysts here, as you guys could imagine, right? Mostly all bullish. We can see we have 48 buy ratings, 10 strong buy ratings, one hold, one underperform, and the average target on the street is $300 a share. The high's 500, and now we're at 206. We're near the lowest target at 180. So at this point, guys, I mean, look, I've been saying it for, months, it feels like. I think Nvidia is still a pretty good value. I think it's a good buy and hold. Could you lose money? Yeah, definitely. You could lose money in any stock out there. But for me, I do have some money in Nvidia, and I am long. I think it's a great play. I did have AMD as well, and admittedly, which I've told you guys so many times, but I'll say it again, I sold way too early. Believe it or not, and you guys know if you were watching the videos, I bought AMD originally, I think at, it's crazy to say this, man, I think like $80 is where I bought it. Maybe that was the lowest point I bought it, rather. Let me zoom in here. I'll show you guys. We'll go back on the 3-year on AMD. I was buying it in this period right here. I think actually I initially started buying. This stock got killed, guys. It got killed. I was buying it at 150 to 60, or maybe like 140 to 50 in this window here, and it just got kept getting hit. It got all the way to 76. I think I bought at 80. That was the lowest buy I put in. And, it ripped. It ripped. This thing went all the way. Now, obviously, it's at 500. But this stock, was literally, it hit $80 and it went all the way to 180 in the span of a couple of months. And I sold on this run, which, it's probably one of the worst sales I've made. And this is a big lesson here, which I learned from time to time over again. Don't cut your winners too soon. I got out way too early. I could have held it and I would have been up hundreds of percent more. But yeah, that's how it went, man. I bought again at 140.50, added more on the way down, had a nice basis on the stock. And, now I would have been up. Let's say my basis was 120 or 110. I forget what it was, but let's say it was 110, 105 even. I would be up 400% if I just held. And, this stock in the last couple of months is up pretty much. I mean, look, it's not like that stock, it's not like the stock has been steadily uptrending. It has been, but we were just at 180 literally, a couple months ago. That's where I'm pretty sure I sold, just under that, but 2 years prior. Either way, this stock has just gone parabolic in the last 3 months, it's up almost 200%. I mean, this thing is insane. But yeah, you saw the street target on the high, 1,250. That's unbelievable. So let's go through some other ones quickly here, guys. Rapid fire. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet for some odd reason. Hit that button, hit that follow button as well on Facebook. I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in. As always, I post these videos on Facebook, and we're almost at 100,000 followers on Facebook, which is insane. Thanks, guys. So Broadcom is down on the day, not surprising, and the whole week was rough. Up, down, left, right, you know. Broadcom had a 2.7% red day. We can see here stocks like TSM, another big player in the space, had a 3% red day as well. No breakout, no bulls in sight. You're seeing that on the 4-hour chart. SOX, which is a semiconductor ETF, right? That went down 4.5%. SMH went down 3.3%. So all these guys keep going up, down, up, down. They see a little relief rally. It gets met at a lower high, and we just get hit even more. So you're seeing it across the board. ASML, this stock had a 2.5% red day, although this isn't as bad chart-wise as some other ones, but it's still down 12% from highs. And the chart does look pretty good, so I don't want to crap on ASML too bad or too much, but it had a rough day and a pretty flat to red week here for the stock. And Lam Research, which you guys know I traded earlier this year, it had a 5% red day. We're now testing $300 again. Not looking great on the 5-day, 5-minute. And we're actually approaching earnings for Lam Research and getting close to where I initially bought it. I bought it in the mid-high 200s, sold in the mid-high 300s. We got to 440. Now we're down to 305. Healthy shakeout. More than just healthy. It's down 30%. We'll see how earnings go. Earnings are coming up on the 29th, so in a couple days here on Wednesday coming up for Lam Research. Stocks like Applied Materials, you guessed it, red day, 5% red day, selling off pretty much the entire week, up and down, left and right, you know what I mean, guys? ARM Holdings, ARM, 8% red day, heading into earnings here in a couple of days, and Marvell, guess what? You guessed it, 7% down. Bloodbath, guys. Terrible. Now Marvell is down from 340 back under 200. I mean, this thing got way too overbought anyway. I mean, who the heck bought it over 300? I mean, that was a great time to sell. We talked about that. You know, that's a time to lock in profits. Who's buying that breakout post earnings, right? I mean, holy smokes. Now it's back under 200. It's down 45% from that high. Oh, that's rough, guys. That's rough. But overall, you got to ask yourself this. When in doubt, zoom out. Does the chart look good? It still looks good. Are the fundamentals intact? For the most part, yeah, they are, right? The base main fundamentals for these companies are still intact. Are we still in a bull market? Yes, we are, in my opinion. Some argue we're now tipping into bear market across the board overall. I don't agree with that. But at this point, guys, you got to ask yourself, what's your conviction looking like? If you still have conviction in these stocks, just hold or double down or just simply hold. That's what we got to do. That's what I'm doing. And that's what's, proved to work for me in bull markets during pullbacks. When everybody's panicking, I'm either adding more or just holding. So I'll leave you guys with that. Hope you all have a great weekend. Check out the Patreon if you want to be a part of my private Discord. The community on Discord's been great, guys. Patreon in general. And I post my, my trades, investments, how I trade options, all of that is on Patreon. Link down below, pinned in the comments, or go to stasurfast.com/Patreon. I'll see you guys in there. Have a great rest of your day and have a great weekend.